You don't have to take it upon yourself to crusade against my sponsors or crusade against making sure I can't live. That's crazy. Kids have the opportunity to be saved, they become teachers.
All right, you ready for my super hot take? You ready for my ultra thermonuclear hot take on this? Because I have a thermonuclear hot take. Okay. All right. So I have a thermonuclear hot take. Okay. So I think that if you actually genuinely care about politics, if you actually take politics seriously, and you don't just treat politics as a game, and you realize that real people are being affected, getting sponsors to drop their far right content creators is, or even far left, okay, like Hassan or something, is absolutely important, okay? I think it's actually one of the most important things you can ever do, actually, in terms of like this kind of stuff. And you're probably wondering, Foodshops, are you advocating for canceling people? I am, okay? I am advocating for canceling people, all right? Fuck it, okay? Don't be a fucking coward, all right? So the only reason why people like blaming canceling, or people put a bad name on canceling people or whatever, is because it's usually never justified. Usually never justified, right? It's usually some really dubious rape allegation or something that has like almost no evidence or something. And there's just like there's literally not enough, right? Like there's just not enough evidence for anything. And then it's just like a total fucking waste of time to cancel somebody like that. Yeah, because people just lack critical thinking. But let's just let's have let's think about this, okay? Let's be adults about this and actually think about this, all right? Because I think there's a really interesting discussion to be had here, but I'm just not sure if everybody's ready to have it, okay? I think that I think that content creators, casual content creators, play a massive role, okay? An absolutely massive role in getting people like Donald Trump elected, all right? Young people typically are not exposed very much to politics, all right? But what little politics they are exposed to influence them a great deal, right? Like for example, let's just say you're a content creator, right? Let's just say you're a person who is young, right? And you're in high school or college or something, right? And you are consuming a lot of content creators, let's just say including Mr. Beast, right? Or whatever. Including Mr. Beast, there's also going to be content creators such as Kirsche. There's also going to be content creators such as Rev. And a lot of their audiences are in fact minors, all right? Just don't get that fact wrong either, okay? A lot of them are minors. They just don't care. I don't care either, okay? But however, I do care about the fact that they're young and they're impressionable, all right? If you do actually care where the future voter base goes to, then you should care like who they vote for when they are in these audiences and where they end up in the future. Because um because guess what? These are the same people who are going to be voting Trump, right? The fucking anti-woke MAGA crowd who's watching VTubers like Kirsch, right? Or VTubers like Leaflet. Yeah. So I actually do think you should be talking to sponsors. If the sponsor is perfectly okay with their content creators acting this way, then fuck it, there's nothing you can do, right? At that point it's like whatever, but at the same time, if these people really don't want their sponsors to um you know uh like find out what they're doing, then maybe you shouldn't be doing crazy shit to begin with. Like maybe you shouldn't be like advocating for crazy shit to begin with. Like maybe you shouldn't be talking about like total Russian disinformation used to fucking destroy my glorious country to begin with. Like maybe you shouldn't be doing that, right? Like fuck it. Like sure, you can go against people who exclusively talk politics, but you should go against people who are also just fucking dipshits, right? Like yeah,
They
it
can
is what it
ambush
is.
these kids as soon as they take it in. Yeah, and it's like I like the way he kind of words things because it sounds less blackpilling than the way I word things. Oh, it just may be why some people feel like I'm.
I think online political pundits should not be able to publish live opinions online until they get a license. In order to get renewed this license, they should be able to pass a leak code SAT style reading exam. I strongly disagree with that for now. Just mean because off of free speech principles, right? That's number one. Number two, all right. Number two is I think the free market is a great place to do these kinds of things. Okay, so the free market giveth and taketh. All right. if sponsors feel like, you know, a VTuber like Kirsche is too problematic to have around, why the fuck why the fuck shouldn't they have like the decision making skills in order to decide whether or not to drop Kirsche, right? Because it could be entirely the case that Kirsche is too profitable for them to drop, or it could be the case that Kirsche gives them so much backlash to the point where they should drop her. And at that point, yeah, like fuck it, you know, like it is what it is.
Like saying that, oh, the Marxists are guaranteed to win, which is never what I've said ever. Domain expansion, Xbox Live lobby. Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna be all right. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. It was, and so like good for them. And people, I know that there were some people mad that Joe Rogan said that we reclaimed retard, and now we're using retard again.
Which is great, because there was a point in time where if you said retard on Twitch, you would catch a suspension. There was unironically a part of time where if you said retard, you would get suspended. They were trying to turn it into a slur, and thankfully enough of us are autistic enough to have said, absolutely fucking not, you're not taking my retard. Soon we'll be able to say candy ass again, and it will be a wonderful day.
We're not finished.
True?
We're not.
True?
That's just the start. We just getting started.
That's actually, it's made me think. That's a good point with the retard thing, because they were not able to make retard, to convince enough people that retard was a slur, that they were able to restrict speech even farther. They didn't win that battle. They didn't make that.
Dude, just how many people were exactly telling people to not say the word retard? Like, these people fabricate battles and fabricate entire legions of blue-colored city girls, okay? Because they just can't stand the fact that, you know, their enemy is actually pretty intelligent, right? Again, they're completely fabricating enemies. Who, except for like the few cringe lefties online, right? Who exactly is advocating for the banning of retard, right? Even the lefties who are like Vosh back in the day, right, are using the word retard all the fucking time, right? It makes absolutely no sense. It's stupid. These people fight ghosts. You can already say what you want in public, just not in other private space that they don't own. Like, you can say retard on YouTube videos the entire time. Not one single time, I think, that YouTube is like putting a huge clamp down on the word retard. It's so stupid. As much as I want the free market to determine who wins and loses, I would really want to share a world where political commentators or respondents won't be purveyors of business. I understand that, but, you know, at the same time, it's like slippery slope fallacy, right?
Gain, which is a great thing.
I'm just gonna let you know that right now. We're gonna go Clerks 2 on this shit. We're taking it back. Yeah, bro, we're bringing it back. Exactly. Fuck political correctness. I know.
Candy ass isn't even that bad. Candy ass is the stand-in I have to use for the word that I can't say.
The thing is that the main people, the tone policers that do that, is always Karens, bro. It's always Karens. Nobody actually gives a fuck about
It's Karens and it's minors. How often has it been that, like, when Rev and other people showcase the, like, you're a pedophile people online, they're actually unironically just minors, which is why I keep saying people want to think, like, oh, Gen Z is overwhelmingly more conservative, and I think that's a dangerous mindset to have. There's a lot of these kids that are already online mini activists chasing after people. And, like, yes, online isn't representative of everything in real life, and yes, I'm sure there are some incredibly right-leaning Gen Z people, but you have to pay attention to what the overwhelming sphere of them are doing, whether it's online or in person, and just hope.
Yeah, motherfuckers vote for Trump so they can say the N-word on Maine. Like, I'm not even, like, a lefty, because lots of people go like, oh, Foodshops, aren't you, like, a lefty or something? No, bitch, I'm not a lefty. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I literally advocate for the open usage of the N-word with the soft A, but if you don't use it offensively, it's as simple as that.
That these children have somebody to wrangle them and tell them, hey, don't be such a fucking candy ass.
Shit at all. And strong competence, yeah, I know. is predicated on the idea that children's cartoons are the entire culture. Yeah, anyway, we're not fighting against woke and gaming and against Marxist cultural takeover of all institutions. How many of these kids use reverse racism or reverse discrimination as a real term as kids? What were we taught growing up? There was actually just previous generation of acolytes priming us for a modern audience. And you're going to sit around and wait for them to run out of funding rather than doing something like our parents did.
Why stop at A? What's your reason for the line being there? Because if you say ER, most of the time, like the vast majority of time, it's never to refer in the same like synonym as bro. It's usually actually used as a racial slur. Yeah.
Well, the way that the thing is that even Larry,
also, you can just say it. Like, who cares? Just say it. Like, it's not like you're gonna say the hard R and then suddenly police is gonna come out of nowhere and the black cops are gonna like fucking beat you up. Right?
Larry at BlackRock is roaching out on him now. Like, he used to be talking about how much he cared about that shit. Recently, after he lost some money, he said, never mind.
This is the biggest thing that I disagreed with him about here is Larry Fink is not turning his back on DEI. He's not turning his back on his baby ESG. He understands where the culture is going and where the fighting back is happening.
Just FYI, no lefty defends BlackRock. Nobody cares about BlackRock. It's another completely fabricated battle that these fucking losers, these pathetic fucking losers, have like fixated on. Okay, another fake battle that does not exist, that has never existed. All right, and just another like thing to push misinformation and fake battles with. Like, it's, oh god, I fucking hate sounding like the fucking soy jack who keeps on like referencing 1984, right? Because it's such a good book. Like, the book itself, all right, has so many good quotes, right? We have always been at war with Eurasia, right? What's the point of that, right? Why was that even the thing in 1984? Like, why was that everything? We have always been at war with X country. We have always been at war with Y country. Well, it's because the people who control the government, right, are literally fabricating enemies before their eyes because it serves a purpose to control the people. That's what it is, right? So yeah, no, it's just stupid. Did you watch H3 Responsive? We'll watch it after this, okay? R had about 3 years where people rallied against it. The main dogger from Scars was part of a campaign against it. What was his difference in using gay as a pejorative? Why did that get erased? There's nothing wrong with using gay. I don't care. Like, okay, like when I say, oh, that person's a dumbass N-word with the, like, soft A, right? It's not because I'm referring to somebody because, oh, that person is a black person, right? It's because that person is a dumb person. That's why, right? If I call somebody gay or whatever, right? It's because it's a synonym for soy. It's a synonym for, it's a synonym for like cheesy. It's a synonym for corny, right? That's what it is. And that's it, really? Right. But however, if, let's just say if gay was like queer or what is mostly used as a word in order to like denigrate gay people, and it's only used that way, like it's 99.9% of the way it's used that way, then yeah, like fuck it, don't use it then. Like fuck, because now people are only gonna know that you're gonna use it in that context, right? So when you say something, you don't like you have to go through the extra steps of correcting a misunderstanding that was created from using that word. And you don't want that to happen because it's inconvenient for both you and the other person. And it just makes everything awkward, right? So, there's reasons to not use like the hard R even in place of bro, right? It's pretty rare to actually see gay people being used as a pejorative nowadays. Think about it, it's probably because it's existence of a worse slur. Yeah, sure, queer, faggot, whatever.
So he knows how much he has to pull back and hide. The funding isn't going to stop. The terminology is going to change like it has before. Larry Fink was the one who said, now is the time to start forcing
people still say fake and gay. It still happens.
Behaviors.
Stupid.
That is not the mindset of someone who would just throw their hands up and say, well, I've lost a little bit of money. It's time to change. It is about the ideology to people like Larry Fink.
Give a fuck about them, man? Absolutely not. And I do think that she's right. Like, here she's right about this, that for fucking sure, you have a degree of these people that are like in it for the long haul. But I'm going to tell you the truth. The moment that these people put out a dud, they put out a turd. Well, people don't like eating turds. So they're not going to buy it. and then these people are going to be out on their ass, and they're not going to have anything to do. And so this is what's going to happen. Like, these studios get shut down over and over and over. And also, here's what's important to keep in mind.
Unfortunately, he kind of fell into the trap of what I was saying at the bottom of my post, where it's just like, if these keep flopping, if we keep not buying it, they'll eventually run out of money and they won't be able to do anything. You can't just idly sit by and that be the only thing that you do. You have to do more. You have to create things, and not things that are like overtly right-leaning, right? Just create things that are good. Just create things that people want to play, want to watch, want to engage with. It doesn't have to have a political message.
Like, how is it not sad that, like, the way that she genuinely believes this too, right? Like you can tell Kirsche actually genuinely believes this. It's so, like, I don't even want to say that she's being a grifter here, because she's not. Like, she genuinely believes this, which just shows that she's stupid. Like, okay, it's so stupid, dude. I don't even know. Like she believes that, like, people need to create good content in order for these corporation related agendas to be slowed down or whatever, right? But it's like, people are kind of already doing that, and it's only expected that YouTube is going to become more corporatized because people are going to use it as a platform to spread their message on. Like what else were you fucking expecting? Like, you fucking moron, dude. Fucking so stupid. Yeah, I find it hard. I find it hard to believe any right content creators are genuine. I don't know. Like, a lot of them are just dumb. I'm sorry. A lot of them are just like heavy cognitive dissonance. Yeah.
Husbando's bringing back the Y to Kirsche.
By the way, it isn't that games used to be good. It's that you miss your fucking childhood and you want to go back to the days where you don't have any responsibility. Like, that's literally it, right? Like, it's not that hard to understand. Like get with the times, you know?
So it's just a pet name, you know? Asmon's right. You literally just walked by a kid saying slurs in a basketball court. I mean, I guess you missed the beginning of this where I also said he was right, question mark? Where's the Asmon collab? I don't know, man. Make a good product. Yeah, make good product. And it's like, yeah, he does have a point. They are bleeding money, which is great. And voting with your wallet is a good thing. I would never advise people to, like, buy from people who hate you. Make sure they feel these losses as strongly as you can. Make sure that they lose as much money as possible. Don't give them a fucking inch. Make it hurt, right? And eventually, unfortunately, in some of these cases, China's going to come in. They're going to bully their way into the market. They're going to buy these IPs. They're going to buy these companies. And I don't want to see China pushing propaganda any more than I want to see the Western Marxists doing so. But it's like, you can't fight a million battles at one time, you know? Which is why I think that you can't just sit here and wait for them to lose money. There has to be a degree of, like, doing something. Call his ass. What do you mean call him?
Is that the ideology that they're trying to put out there isn't popular. Nobody likes them. Fuck, they don't even like themselves. And so anyway,
he's right. It's not popular, and that's why they have to do all of the subversive garbage that nobody wants. That's why they have to hide the DEI.
By the way, I just want to say this is like 100% like the JQ, right? The Jewish question, right? Like, I don't want to say, like, I don't want to like jump straight to like Jewish like conspiracy theories or whatever, but okay, let's just think about it. A corporatized group of people who is trying to push out a secret set of beliefs, a secret corporate agenda that they're trying to put some subversive messaging in various video games and in various pieces of entertainment, and somehow all of their CEOs end with like Schwartz or Schwitz or whatever like that, and somehow, all right, they have like this incredible, you know, shadow conspiracy cabal, all right, or whatever the fuck it is, right? Like, dude, it's like, you know, you might as well just say it, okay? You might as well just say it's the Jays.
All right? Vegetables, like, because they know people don't want to eat
it. Just a coincidence.
But it's what's best for you, even if you don't want it. It's what.
And by the way, whenever somebody denies that, you know, oh, they're like, how could you possibly jump to the fact that it's anti-Semitism? How could you possibly jump to the fact that it's a Jewish conspiracy theory? Well, bitch, you know for a fact that in your general chat, in your Discord servers, everybody loves pointing out how the CEOs all end in wits, okay? You know that everybody's like Pepe posting in the general chat with the Pepe frog and everything. It's like they're like, like everybody knows this, okay? Well, don't play stupid, all right? Everybody in the general chat is just like playing stupid and just like fucking Pepe posting, all right? Like fucking Fed posting.
What's best? It's for the greater good, chat.
That's why they all hate themselves. They're typing up all this shit, hating each other, hating themselves. And so whenever one person sees one of these studios die, if it bleeds, you can kill it.
Yep.
Keep making it bleed. Metaphorically.
You know what we should do, okay? Watch this, okay? This is a superior opinion, okay? We need to have Japanese Jewish people, all right? Let me cook, okay? We need to force inbreeding, okay? I just misspoke. Crossbreeding. Okay, we need to enforce crossbreeding between Jewish people and Japanese people, okay? Not inbreeding. I don't know why the fuck I said inbreeding. Fuck.
Yes.
Never fucking put up with this bullshit.
You definitely
Never
metaphorically.
let them fuck you around with this shit. Absolutely not. So yes, and
that did not happen. That did not happen. That did not happen.
Karens are witches? Yeah, bro. You know what? I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, let's move on.
Never give up, chat. Don't let them demoralize you.
Never give up.
That's what they fucking want. Literally, too, they bleed cash. Exactly. The anger addicts yelling at us that they're happy. Yeah, I believe that they're happy. Like, I believe I'm not a fox woman.
What did I just get this?
They just want to be left alone and grill in peace. That strategy hasn't worked. They're relentless because
Holy
their
shit.
ideologically captured minds drive them like a parasite ants to their doom.
I might go in a few hours. This is probably going to be a short stream, so yeah, it's all good. Ace response. I know. Okay, you're like the fourth person to tell me this. Okay, please. Okay,
pretty fucking much. That's why like the indie game sector has been thriving. That's why when people played Helldiver and it was just a good product, they felt like they were fucking taken advantage of when Helldiver started having all these issues with the people who were playing their game. They were like, I just wanted good product. Why are you being ideologues now? You know? And when our autism powers unite, they cannot stop us. Yeah. They just couldn't leave the video games alone. They weren't prepared for how autistic video game enjoyers were. They thought it would...
You should play the Coffin of Andy and Lele. No. I would rather have my mind stimulated by roguelike.
Be just as easy as co-opting Hollywood, man. So I'm glad that somehow Asmongold got to see my tweet. That was very nice. Thank you.
How are their game prices? No idea. Alright, that's enough. Okay, that's enough of the fat fox. Alright, I've had enough of fat foxes, okay?